Hey, when you're getting some construction done, it's nice to have some help from the powers above. Holy Schmitt Construction in here to talk all about it. Expertise. Stay tuned, everybody. It's the Your Little Castle Show. Welcome, everyone, to Your Little Castle Show. Carter Rethwish, the Cardinal Cowboy, got the hat on. We'll put that on here in just a minute. But as a believer in the higher powers from above, it's fun to have somebody who's kind of put some light on that to say, hey, so we can enjoy ourselves and make a little humor, but also something that's memorable, something that you'll recall. But we have in our studio. How about that? In our studio here today, Holy Schmitt Construction. And that's Mike, and he is the owner and founder. And title number 2, Tanya, VP of Operations, and she's been a master of a few different things. A former nurse too, is that right? Mm-hmm. Saving lives, everybody. You know how I feel about nurses. They're the ones that saved my life years ago. Doctors would just trying to check in the nurses and be like, "We need to do this." So he'd go, "Okay," and the nurses would put it in place and make sure I was still alive, right?
They're the ones that put in all the real work.
Yeah, they're the ones watching over. So good. We love our doctors, but great job, nurses, and thank you, Tanya, for being a nurse to really stand out and help our community there with that. So, welcome to the Your Little Castle Show. Like I said, we are always looking for those leaders who are making a difference. And an interesting story here. This is kind of neat. Somebody who's also been through a coma, like myself. He was actually in a coma longer than I was. 2 weeks, 1 week, anything over like 15 minutes is very serious, and so or an hour or whatever. But once you've gone under, hey, but you're here for a bigger, more important reason, right?
Absolutely.
And so with that, tell me then, Mike, what is it that led you to construction, and why did you decide that would be an industry where you want to start your own company?
Oh, I started construction. I was just doing it over college breaks, just to make a little money to go hang out with some friends, and then ended up making it a lifestyle. So
yeah, you could turn it into a career. With that, I'm going to put a shout out to Carroll House Furniture because you like nice things in your little castle, and then I'm going to put up your little castle might include. There's a great looking website we've got up on the wall, and their social media here that they've done a lot of great work on our other wall. So we'll go out to the wide camera angle. You can see that there now. So with that, Tanya, you decided to join in and part of the team now. Mm-hmm. Why did you decide to jump in? You've got your real estate license too, is that right?
Well, I guess we kind of did those both at the same time. We got married about a little over a year ago, and so we kind of just started everything all at once.
Yeah, it's a great industry to coincide with a license, like being involved with real estate.
We started it with a little foldable ladder in the back of her Dodge Charger. That's how it all started.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here. A foldable ladder. I had one of those foldable ladders. It was really cool. I loaned it out to a buddy. I never saw it back. Jake, where you at? I need my ladder back. But that's how you get started, and then you took it from there. And now, a year later, but more than that, you bring 25 years or more experience to this. Tell me about your background a little bit, Mike.
In 2 different unions, I've been from an apprentice all the way up to a journeyman and project manager in both the roofers and painters union.
Okay, yeah, somebody who has obviously put in the work to do so. But and we'll talk just a little bit if it's all right. You fell off of a 4-story building.
Yes, in 2020, August of 2020, I fell 38 feet off a roof and was in a coma for 2.5 weeks and in the hospital for almost 12. And got enough metal in me to be half Terminator.
The Terminator's here, everybody. You can't beat this guy. He's got all the metal to suffice. But wow. And so obviously, Tanya, you came in. When did you guys originally meet? How long ago have you guys?
It would be 3 years in like a couple weeks.
Okay.
So it was after the accident.
Yeah, it was right after the accident. But you've seen now the recovery he's had from this, and that's been kind of exciting to see him come back and take on and start a company now.
Oh yes, it really the more he does, the more he gets motivated, the more he accomplishes, and he just keeps on going.
Never give up, everybody. That's the only time you fail, because even when you don't get where you think you're going to be or the project didn't work out, you learn from that and improve, and it redirects you, I call it, to another place. And look at you now, pretty awesome, and doing wonderful things in our community. What do you think it is that has led to your success, Mike? It's sticking
Persistence.
to it. Yeah,
Absolutely, persistence. I just have to keep going and keep going, even when a lot of times I'm doubting myself or doubting the direction I'm going. Something seems to go right, and it keeps me motivated, keeps me going.
That's how it works, man. If you keep plugging, those hurdles turn into accomplishments. Tiny, you've enjoyed now working with him for quite a while. Tell me what you see the ship is, how you're helping direct the ship, and what the work you're doing is really coming together.
I'm definitely pushing the sales on some stuff. But the biggest thing was to go from one person to where you're actually hiring employees and keeping expanding the business. And he just did that, and he was able to push through that. I know that's a lot of times that's when companies can fail, is at that point. But he was able to.
She's amazing at screening people, because sometimes I just throw people in the deep end, and
Right.
then a lot of times, I don't find the quality guys. She seems to have a lot better hand at screening people and helping me find better quality workers.
Okay, yeah, they say the team is the most important component for your success, and to have Tanya there now making sure you can say that one will fit, but that one I don't know about them. How you kind of discern who it is that can lead for you.
Mm-hmm. I do.
That's an important role. Now with the total, you've got a bunch of great. The AI has already picked up some wonderful things that you guys have been doing in the community, and 25 years of experience. Tell me about your crews and the guys you got working for you a little bit. Give me a little bit about your team and what they bring to the
Right
team.
now, I've got a
experts in every
crew
field.
of 4 guys, foremen, 1 laborer, and 2 actual installers. And so far, they've stuck it out and done pretty well. I've been through a lot more guys than that, but these are the guys that have kind of, made it through and stuck it out with me. So
There you go. Yeah. So then it's finding those. We talked about it, having those experts. And how long did it take you to find the right people? I'll ask Tanya about that first. Could you tell these guys you had working with them which ones were going to make it, which ones weren't?
Yeah, at first I'm like no on some people, and then he tried them out, and then it ended up being a no, and so
she was right.
Yeah.
She's been right on about at least 90% of who's going to make it and who's not. But I like to give everybody a chance, and it doesn't always work out. So
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that they have the ambition, but they may not necessarily have the skills
or they say they have the skills and
Okay.
don't have the ambition.
Even worse. How many times have you dealt with that?
A lot. You can teach skills, but you can't teach character,
Okay.
and that's a fact.
I like that one. You can teach skills, but you can't teach character. So many people, you've developed that over many years of experience and the right guidance and people who are correcting you when not wise. Otherwise, but the skills a little easier to handle.
Yep.
You've developed
absolutely.
some guys then. The guys you've got working for you. Did some of them start off where you could tell they needed some help, but you've worked with them to get them there?
Oh yeah. One of my main guys, absolutely being late was his main thing. So he's finally got a good alarm clock and he's on time now. But yeah, no, I've got some good guys working for me. My foreman's really good at delegating and keeping the guys going. My installers are really setting the pace the last couple of months. And then my laborer, well, he's pretty good at being the gopher.
Get it done. There's somebody's they call the laborer for a reason. Tiny, you've seen this develop now. What kind of feedback do you think you've had, impact you've had in helping Mike to make the decision and guide these guys?
Well, I kind of used some of my background because when I did property management, I hired and fired a lot of people with because it was about 250 units that I was in charge of with all the maintenance and everything. So I kind of gave them a lot of my things I've learned over the years on what to look out for when hiring and stuff like that. And I kind of passed along a lot of that information to them.
Yeah, being in charge of 250 plus units, there's lots of responsibility there. You've seen a little bit of everything from leaky faucets to roofs to tenants that weren't taking care of the property and how you manage all of that too. So it's nice to have Tanya on your team. How big of an asset has Tanya become to your team?
Tanya's been amazing. I mean, I come from the industrial commercial background. She comes from, more of the residential homeowner background, and she's helped me out so much in that area, because I like to just production, where this is more, sit back and you got to get the little details right. So,
Yeah, well, there's a dedication and time and energy that goes in all of it, but to have the backgrounds you have that are very diverse from each other allows you to make this system work well for you guys. And do you feel as though after surviving your coma and the recovery you've had there, when the doctors might have been telling you, experts telling you, like, I don't know, they told me, you're not going to be able to do this, or you're not going to be able to recover, won't be able to, in my case, they said I might not be able to take care of myself. To make you feel good like you can accomplish just about anything now, right?
They told me I would never lift weights and I would never roof again, and I do both in a day. So I'm pretty proud of myself.
That makes you really...
it kind of chokes me up,
yeah, I'll say that. Makes you well up a little bit. Makes me well up when we talked about this. Not often do I sit next to somebody who's been in a coma like I have, and not that we're comparing war stories, but it's a matter of once you've been through something so traumatic, so difficult, and especially when you've had experts say what you're not going to be capable of, and you prove them wrong, man. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, it chokes me up, but I pushed through it, and I feel like they could have given me 100% disability, but I said no. I still have more to give. I still have more to do. So
turned it down, and here you are running your own company, doing some awesome work. It's a lot of great images we're going to share with you. He's got some of his work on his website, new website. We've had a little bit of feedback there, a little bit of the input there, a little bit of the design. We do web development for customers, and he had a great website to start with, but we decided this would be something that would help showcase, because you really deserve it.
Did a very good job too.
Great.
Very good job.
Thank you. What is it about this that ultimately fuels your passion and makes you want to wake up every day to do this?
I just want to build something for my son, honestly. I want to build a company that's going to last, and hopefully for her son as well. He's 21, my son's 8, and I just want to build something that they can be a part of and, carry on.
Yeah, somebody who's put the dedication and time into to do that. Tanya, you're on the boat with him here. Mm-hmm. You like the path you're going?
I do, yes. And a lot of times, like, our stuff kind of coincides. House needs a roof that I'm trying to sell, then he can pop in there and give him a good deal and get it done.
Yeah.
Well, we're also looking to start doing our own fix and flips and rentals and things like that. We're starting to buy up our own properties to put work into and then provide homes for other people.
There you go. A path to help make a difference from many different sides of that, everybody. Well, here's what AI had to say about you. I'm going to put this up on the wall for everybody. When you do that search, AI cannot be wrong, right? But here it is. Holy Schmitt Construction, based out of Festus, DeSoto, serving the St. Louis area, obviously, right there. Maintains a positive local feedback, communication, and work in roofing, siding, and general contracting. Public view snippets, clear clients, updates, and professional property involvements through comprehensive third-party ratings are sparse throughout the community. And customers note clear expectations regarding specialties and a great reputation that you're trusted and licensed to do what you do. It's got to make you feel kind of good to see this is what even the computers are saying about you, right?
Yeah, I honestly haven't had any negative feedback from any of my clients yet. And if I do, I'll definitely take care of whatever their concerns are.
That's the key to it, everybody. We all go through difficult situations, and you just got to address the issue. Sometimes, they're not exactly right. Might have been a little bit out of line, but you got to kind of suck it up and say, all right, we'll take one here. And very often you can straighten out those situations, and it sounds like you've done that just about every time.
Communication. I think communication always solves 99% of anything. So
there you go. Always solves 99. That's like almost a yogiism right there. But the bottom line is you got it covered, right? That's important. With that, we're going to take a community piece here that we've done recently with Yogi's granddaughter, who we got to see down at the Browns annual luncheon for the Browns Historical Society, run by Ed Wheatley. So tune in here for a second, and we'll be back here in just a minute. Stay tuned. We're here with Lindsay Berra, Yogi Berra's granddaughter. Lindsay, great event here with the St. Louis Browns Historical Society. Tell me, what kind of an impact do you think your grandfather had on baseball?
Oh my goodness, on baseball. I mean, he was in baseball from 1946 to 1990. 2. I'm not going to do the math, but that is a very long time. I mean, I think there's records that he had as a player that will never be broken, like World Series records, World Series hits. I think he was one of the greatest catchers to ever play the game. I'll argue till I'm blue in the face that he's better than Johnny Bench because he won more, and that's what's important. Johnny Bench is great too, but I think my grandfather was the best catcher in the history of baseball. I think he was a great manager. He's got all these yogiisms that people remember that you can apply to any situation. So I think he definitely impacted the game in a lot of ways.
What do you like most about his legacy and what he has left behind for us to remember, and the yogiisms and his skills and so many championships with the Yankees?
I think the most important part of his legacy is, well, first of all, he's part of the greatest generation. He's a World War II veteran. He was a first-generation Italian immigrant who worked his butt off to make his way in this world. Beautiful 65-year love story with my Grammy Carmen. But he came back from World War II and became literally the best at what he did, and never for a second thought he was better than anybody else. He treated everybody he met, whether you were the President of the United States or a waiter in a restaurant or his kid, with the same kind of respect and humility and decency. And I think that's the legacy. Like, I think he inspires a lot of people to be better people, and you can't beat that.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. And remember, it ain't over till it's over, everybody.
It's not.
Giddy up.
His name is Carter Rathwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rathwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goal, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. So we're hearing all the time now why people need to be on our show. And it's pretty obvious. These days, the stats are proven. If you're going to get people's attention, you've got to get them with video. Google loves video. YouTube, obviously, is where you put your videos. And it's just a no-brainer. The problem is, until we kind of put together this whole format, there's no other way to get this kind of quality for the cost we put together. Because I'm a computer nerd, because I figured out how to automate, systematize, we've systematized this. Mom and Dad made me go to computer classes just in case the professional baseball career didn't work out. And so we started off doing 1 show, then 2 shows, then 3 shows, and then we had to jump to 5 shows a week just to fill the demand, because here you get a professional video that looks dynamite, that lets your business really showcase what they do, and you don't have to spend $10, $15, $20, $30,000 to do it. So if you'd like to be on the show, get a hold of us and understand these stats. When you're on a show like this, when you put this on your website, you're going to decrease your bounce rate by 34%. You're going to increase your close rate, your conversion rate, by up to 80%. We have clients tell us they get 25% more close deals because of the show. They track this. They can speak to that, and you're going to just get an overall boom for your business. You've got to do video. If you don't do it through us, do it somewhere. Do it yourself. Do it, but do it professionally. Don't make your business look worse. Make your business look better. This video can be used for up to 7 years. We have clients. We did an interview with them. 2020. It's 2026. They have made over $360,000 by using our video. They came back to do it again. So get a hold of us. Jump on here. Go to bigleagues.com. That's BIGG leagues.com. Or call us or text us right there, the phone number you see there. And we look forward to having you on our show. Stay tuned. Giddy up. Well, there we are, everybody, and we're back. So with that, we get to have a little break there to have some cool discussion with our guests. And lots of interesting chat we had there about the way the world is evolving and what we have to do, and kind of watch out for the companies that haven't been established. It's hard for them to find time to get there. Somebody to allow them to be on television. So we appreciate you tuning in here and watch. You can watch our shows when they air on ABC, or you can watch them on our YouTube channel thereafter. So with that, I like to talk about numbers a little bit. Give me a little cost analysis. So many people these days, they've got their brother-in-law that can do the work, their cousin. They might even try to do-it-yourselfers. But why is it best for somebody to have a job like this done professionally by somebody like you?
I think you're gonna add quality to the work. You're gonna not the length. Obviously, I'm certified with several different manufacturers, so I can back up what I do with manufacturers' warranties. You know, it's gonna cost a little bit more, but you get the quality work.
You've seen the feedback from people too, Tanya? They like to know that, hey, there's somebody behind this, that their manufacturer is backing them too.
Oh, yes, definitely, because it extends the warranty and everything.
Yeah, who doesn't want a warranted job versus one that your brother-in-law did, and as soon as he walks off the site, it's not under warranty anymore, right?
And it falls apart.
Yeah, and then you're redoing everything. They call it taillight warranty sometimes. One of our guests, you're covered as long as you can see their taillights. Once the taillights are gone.
I've never heard that one. That one's pretty good.
That's an interesting one. Yeah, I hadn't only heard that from one of our guests, but I share that one every once in a while. Well, tell me, why should somebody choose you? What is it you really do that separates you from the rest? You've got a heart, obviously. You've been through a lot, and you can say, hey, man, I'm going to be a guy who's going to stick through it. Up to and including a coma where you went through some major hurdles.
Absolutely. Because I communicate, and everybody says I'm accountable. I am accountable for everything that I do, and I show up, and I get it done. I mean, there's no point in time where they're ever questioning whether I'm going to be there or not. So.
And was your quote you like from Yoda? You said that one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try. I tried. No. Did you get it done? No. Then you didn't get it done.
Do or do not.
It's done or it's not done. And do it and Yoda. So you've seen the work and what people have said about what Mike does here to make it happen.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people, I mean, they love his prices. He tries to kind of pay it forward with his pricing. He doesn't, I don't know, he's always usually beat, everyone else's bid, but he tries to pay it forward, right? Him have an opportunity to do what he does, to be able to afford someone, the work that they need done to their home.
Yeah, so you'll find a budget that fits for everybody and then accommodate and get the work done there.
We work with a lot of investors, and investors usually have a tight budget, and usually I can work with them a lot of times to fit within their budget, whether I'm offering a repair, a full replacement, or sometimes I do what's called the preventative maintenance, where I extend the life of their roofs or whatever's on their house, and I'm able to extend the life of it another 5 or 10 years till they're ready for a replacement.
Makes sense, yes. Put in the high quality work. Something you mentioned to me before, and we talked a little bit about a second ago, but how important is it to be certified by the manufacturers that you install? Because that way they guarantee the work and their labor or their parts and the materials.
Well, to carry their warranties, you have to be certified with them.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can say they have these manufacturing warranties all day long, but if it's not an actual certified installer putting it on, they're limited warranties, very limited.
Yeah, so like 1 year or 3 years or something.
Yeah, it's very, you could see the difference on the packaging.
Okay, it talks about. Make sure you're having a certified installation team put these in, and you and your crews are doing that. Do you have favorite manufacturers? You've got a few that you prefer?
Certainteed's my number one. they carry the highest manufacturer's warranty, and their products are always on point. I mean, they have the best products, whether it's siding, roofing, they're pretty much the best.
Okay, very good. And you've got a long history with those guys, certified to install those, so that makes it, the homeowner feel very comfortable. Tanya, you see many people that when they understand that they're going to have a certified roof installation that's going to be guaranteed, does that make them feel better?
Oh yeah, definitely, because you have, certain people that's really important to them, and it's good to have that warranty. So if something does fail, then you can get those things replaced and everything.
There you go. Yeah, that's what it's called. When something fails, then there's some work that's got to be done there to get it done and get it repaired. So tell me a little bit about the benefits as we finish up here. We got a couple minutes left, but the benefits of working with you as a small business owner and what you bring to the table that really makes a difference for the homeowner.
You get union work at just regular small business prices.
That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, it was as many years as you had in the union.
Yep. And most of the guys that work with me have been in the union at some point in time, or have worked with me at some point in time in the unions. So pretty much union work with small business prices.
There you have it, everybody. So if you're going to get some work done, make sure that because the union does a great job in training people, right? There's a lot of background and history there that they do. And so how many people work for them for 3 to 5 or 10 years? How many years did you work in the union?
Since Roofers Union since 2000, Painters Union was 2009 to about 2016, so it wasn't as extensive as the union, but it was quite a few years.
Yeah, well, anytime you get anything over 3 to 5, you're talking 10 plus years. You've put in quite a bit of time. Does that make you feel better representing what you do to represent Mike's work when you're talking to customers, and that background of training they've got and the hands-on the small business can provide?
Oh yeah, anytime I see someone on any site that says, "Hey, looking for a roofer," I always say, call my husband, 20 plus years experience, and put his phone number and everything in.
And I'm a vendor with her real estate group, so anybody in her real estate group that, to close a home, they need a roof, I'm one of the vendors that they trust to call.
There it is, everybody. Get those vendors that are certified and the relationships that make those happen too. So how does somebody get started with you? Is it a pretty simple process? They can go to your website, call you on the phone number there, or the website here I'll put up on the wall here briefly for everybody to take a look at, but lots of good information there, some pictures of yourself and some of your work and some of the stuff you've done. But they call that phone number, click the contact button, and where does it go after they get a hold of you?
Usually we set up a time for an estimate. I always like to put eyes on any and all of my projects, and then I give them a quote, and they either sign it or they don't.
Yeah, and then from that point on, most people do, I would imagine, by the time you've met with them.
Had a pretty good closing rate so far. So
there you go, the close rate, everybody. Some of our terminology in the industry, whatever business you might be in. But these projects, then they can range from one-day jobs, very few of those maybe, but most of your jobs are 2 to 3 weeks. How long is the average job taking these days?
Usually just a couple of weeks, but the last 2 have been more commercial-sized jobs, so they've lasted about 8 to 10 weeks.
There you have it, everybody. Your little castle show. Giddy up.